In a short period, Teddy Swims has taken over the music industry and is the next big star in music with his quirky personality and soulful music. Teddy started his musical journey on YouTube, where he sang musical covers of various songs. While many cover artists are on YouTube, they have yet to have the same fame that Teddy has. Since his first video, Teddy stood out from the crowd because, unlike other cover artists, he always added a twist of his own to the song. May it be changing up a few of the beats or high notes, Teddy always let his personality seep through those videos. Another factor that's always made Teddy stand out is his soulful, deep voice that can effortlessly go from raspy notes to high-pitched in seconds, adding unique variations to all of his songs. If you look at Teddy's covers and music in general, you'd find all genres and artists from modern to old legends. From Michael Jackson to Maroon 5, all sung with a personal edge that only Teddy can achieve. In some aspects, all of these artists influenced Teddy and helped him gain the fame that he has today. However, one of the first influences on his music style came from his father, who introduced him to soul music at an incredibly young age through artists like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, and Al Green. Even though Teddy's built a style of his own, to some extent, we can tell that he's been influenced by these artists immensely in the way that he sings and performs. Similarly to Teddy, his influential figure, Marvin Gaye, was also known for his emotional depth. Marvin had a remarkable talent for conveying a certain emotion in every song, whether it be about heartbreak or personal acceptance. Marvin was also incredibly creative and used different vocal techniques to create a unique experience for his listeners, including incorporating elements of jazz, improvisation, gospel inflections, and spoken word into his singing. Not just Marvin, but all three of these legendary singers who inspired Teddy throughout his life, starting from when he was a child, possessed these abilities. The ability to improvise on the go, add unique elements of flair to their music, create an emotional experience for their fans, and change vocals at the drop of a hat. But these weren't the only inspirations that influenced his music. Even though his days on YouTube were short, they were packed with learning. In his YouTube journey, not only did Teddy learn to build an audience and execute different music styles, he also familiarized himself with new artists from all over the globe. In the YouTube days, Teddy's list of singers that inspired him just kept getting longer, and for all the right reasons. It's as if he were collecting Pokemon. Teddy collected all the best singers in the music industry and studied their work. He used their talents, learnings, and music to influence his art and gain a better understanding of the musical world. In this period, some of the most legendary artists Teddy took inspiration from included Frank Sinatra, John Legend, Sam Cooke, and the legendary Elvis Presley. We can see this influence in the way Teddy treats his music. He treats music as a performance, whether it be performing a cover or his own original tracks. He always makes sure to add some level of emotional depth, change in notes, and a splash of personality. And all of these factors help turn one song into an all-sensory experience for the listener. When Teddy performs, he makes sure to do these three things. First, he understands the emotion of the song, whether it be about heartbreak or self-doubt. He makes sure to understand the vibe and the feeling that he has to convey. Secondly, Teddy uses his soulful voice, adding necessary breaks, high notes, and even improvisations when needed to reinforce the meaning of the lyrics. Lastly, Teddy makes sure to have a powerful stage presence. He uses his body, his expressions, and his hands to perform rather than just sing. Whether it be a light wink or a brisk walk around the stage, he makes sure that every performance has something new to give to the crowd. Some of the other more modern influences on his music include Ed Sheeran and Adele. At times, Teddy can be slightly reminiscent of Ed Sheeran because both singers have the same ability to sing music in all genres with no problems. On the other hand, we see the influence of Adele and Teddy with the fact that both singers share a knack for being emotional and have songs that deal with heartbreak, among other things. Like Adele, Teddy also has a powerful voice and equally powerful vocal delivery that make the pair unforgettable and hard to miss even in a crowd. Aside from other singers and musical icons, some of the other influences in Teddy's music include his personal life, and his life struggles. In his recent hit album, I've Tried Everything But Therapy, we could see the influence of his personal life on the album, starting from its name to its songs. According to Swims, in one of the interviews that he gave, this album was largely based on a major heartbreak and the end of a long relationship. Even though the relationship was toxic, it was still hard for him to let go, and we can almost feel that in some of his songs due to his beautiful lyrics and soulful voice. A few of the other things that he talks about in his album include the feeling that he didn't deserve love, dealing with mental health, and coming face to face with his insecurities. In this album, Teddy laid himself bare and let his personal turmoil influence his writing. This decision not only made his songs relatable to many, but also helped his fans connect with him on a deeper level, beyond just as a singer. In one of his interviews, Teddy talked about how through this album, he wanted to showcase that he wasn't perfect, that even with all of this fame, he was still the same guy with his own problems. This level of refreshing honesty and vulnerability truly turns it into an experience to connect with and feel, rather than just another song to listen to on the way back home from work. Teddy acts like a sponge. He soaks in everything around him from singers to life events and uses them to enhance his art as a songwriter. Teddy has had his fair share of influences, but in his short yet meaningful career, he's also created an impact and influenced the music industry in more ways than one. Firstly, his genre-bending ways have stirred up a new form of music in the industry, and while artists like Ed Sheeran have dabbled in genres before, they're usually a different genre in different songs. But for Teddy, he uses multiple genres in one song to get the emotion across. In a short time, Teddy has shaken up the industry and shown them who's boss, while still being his authentic, quirky self. As a singer, Teddy chose to break boundaries and challenge norms, even though he was creating original music. Even as a cover artist on YouTube, while most people would choose to stick with a specific genre of music, Teddy chose to experiment and try new things each and every time. As a cover artist, he also made the conscious effort to add his own personality to the songs he covered, while also respecting the original. And boy oh boy, did he nail it. Teddy chose to change the standard that a singer can sing in one genre or change genres a lot later in his or her career. He effectively said, screw it, and did things his very own way, experimenting and connecting his way to the top. Rather than focusing on the rules or boundaries of genres, Teddy focused more on building a connection with his audience and creating an emotional experience via his music that everybody can feel and experience. For more such videos on Teddy Swims, subscribe and make sure you ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new Teddy Swims updates. And please remember to share this video with other Teddy fans, and turn the black thumb blue and comment on your favorite Teddy song.